Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn about graphing straight lines if the equation of the straight line is given. We already know that the equation of a straight line, the generic form is f of x or y equals mx plus c. So this is known as the gradient intercept form. As m is the gradient of the straight line and c is the constant term, which in fact is the y-intercept. Okay, so this is the y-intercept or the constant term, and this equation is known as the gradient intercept form. Okay, now let's see how we can plot a graph if the equation of the straight line is given. Okay, let's take an example to learn this. Let's take an example to learn this graphing. So the equation I'm going to choose is y equals 3x plus 5. So this is in the gradient intercept form. And now we're going to see how we can graph this one. So to graph a linear function, we need 2 points. So 2 points is more than enough to draw a straight line. Let's take some easy points. So for example, to substitute x equals 0, and that will give 1 point. And maybe take another easy point, maybe x equals 1. It's another easy point. So x equals 0 will give us this as y equals 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 5 sets of 5. So we already know that c is the y-intercept and x equals 0 will give us the y-intercept. So when x equals 0, y equals 5. So the point, one of the points on the graph will be 0, 5. Okay. And another point is x equals 1. You can substitute or you can choose any other point. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I choose x equals 1 and then y equals 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 5, which equals 8. So the other point on the graph is 1, 8. Now we need to plot these points and graph the straight line. Let's do that. Okay, now it's easy. So let's now plot these 2 points, 0, 5. 0, 5 is this one. So that's the y-intercept. It's one of the points. And then 1, 8, which is this one. 1, 8. So now we need to join these 2 points using a straight line. Let me see how best I can draw the straight line. Okay, so that's this one. Okay, so you need to be as accurate as you can. So this is a straight line for this particular function y equals 3x plus 5. Okay, let's now find the graph of another function y equals minus 4x plus 1. So as I said before, we need to find 2 points to graph it. So those 2 points can be anything. So in this case, instead of finding 2 random points, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So we're going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. X-intercept is the point when y equals 0 and y-intercept is when x equals 0. So let's do that. X-intercept is y equals 0. So when y equals 0, that equals 0 equals minus 4x plus 1, or x equals, when we rearrange this one, 4x minus 4x taken to the other side is 4x equals 1, or x equals x equals 1 on 4. Okay. So in other words, the x-intercept gives us this one. 1 by 4 is the x-coordinate that we got, and 0 is the y-coordinates for the x-intercept. And let's now find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is when x equals 0 in this equation. So y equals minus 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So that's y equals 1, or the y-intercept is actually 0, 1. So these are now 2 points that we're going to use to graph the function. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's now put the points into the graph. So 1 on 4, 0. So that's the x-intercept. So this is 1. So 1 on 4 is roughly here. So that's this one. So that's the x-intercept. So that's 1 on 4, 0. Okay, so where's the other point? That's the y-intercept, which is 0, 1. So that's this one, 0, 1. So now all you have to do is draw the straight line connecting these 2 points. Okay, let me use a different color. So that's this one. Let me draw a best straight line I can. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so that's it. So that's a straight line for this one, y equals minus 4x plus 1. As we expected, this graph will be cutting the y-axis at once because this is the y-intercept. Okay, so now we have seen how to plot a straight line graph if the equation of the line is given. So try to find 2 points. This could be any 2 points by substituting different values of x, or you can find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Okay, let's do one more example to make it more clear. Okay, another example that we're going to do is 2y minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. So this is not exactly in the form of y equals mx plus c, but by doing a little bit of rearranging the terms, you can actually take that into that form. But it's not quite necessary to do that one as long as you recognize this as a linear function. Okay, so what we're going to do is to get 2 points by substituting 2 values for x, or by finding the y-intercept and x-intercept, whichever points are easy for you. So you can take that one. Okay, so I'm going to find the y-intercept and x-intercept. So it's a y-intercept is when x equals 0, and putting x equals 0 in this equation, that becomes 2y minus 2 times 0 is 0. So that's 0 is the second term, and minus 6 equals 0. Or it's 2y minus 6 equals 0. So let's put the 6 into the other side. So it's a 2y minus 6 to go into the other side is 6. So y equals then 6 on 2 is 3. Okay, so or the point in here is when x equals 0, y equals 3. So that's one of the point. Now let's find the x-intercept. Okay, so it's the x-intercept is when y equals 0 in the equation. So y equals 0 makes it 2 times y is 0 minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. Or taking 6 to the other side, this becomes 2x equals 6, minus 2x equals 6. Or x equals 6 on minus 2 is minus 3. Or the point that we get in here is x equals minus 3, y equals 0. So that's the x-intercept. Now we got 2 points. Graph it by plotting the points and connecting the points. Okay, let's do that now. Okay, so the first point I'm going to put is 0, 3, which is this one. And another one, so mark this point as well. So the other one is minus 3, 0, which is this one. So it's a minus 3, 0. Okay, let's join these 2 points. Okay. So that's a graph of the function 2y minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear to you. To graph the straight line, you need 2 points, and you can take any 2 points, or you can take x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, let's learn more about the graphing straight lines in the next video.